It is the 8th of December, Advent Day 8, and we're back to open another little door. But not just any door, it's the 8th of December, and I alluded to yesterday that the 8th of December was significant in some way. Well, we're going to get into it a little bit, because there are two very important traditions associated with the 8th of December here in Ireland. The 8th is a Catholic holiday. It's the Feast of the Immaculate Conception. And now I was vaguely aware of this as a young man, and I always thought that it was kind of funny that they had the Immaculate Conception like a couple of weeks before the supposed birth of Christ. Now, look, there's always that argument that's made that the Christmas celebration that we're looking forward to is not actually a distinctly Christian thing, and that it is in fact a pagan sort of repatriation, or repatriation of an old pagan holiday, which has some validity to it, yes. But the Immaculate Conception that's spoken about in the Feast of the Immaculate Conception, that's number 8, is not actually the conception of Jesus Christ. It is the conception of Mary, who was also immaculately conceived. Oh, it's D10. Because, as far as Roman Catholicism is concerned, of course, the woman who bore Christ had to be free from original sin herself in order to do so. Now, the more significant detail about the 8th of December is that because it was a kind of holiday of a sort, it was traditionally the day that everyone from down the country would get up to High Dublin to do the shopping, because the shops mightn't have been closed, but they weren't expected to work. Of course, that was back when the church had slightly more of a hold over things, but still the 8th is considered a shopping day, a commercial holiday, if you will, all around the country. Anyway, I've just opened a little door and there's a D10 in it, but it's not the D10 we've had before. No. It's the tens place D10. And that is, if I check my little list here. Oh. Tens place D10s are the oldies. They're oldies, and some of them are goodies. These are albums that are a little bit older. We're not talking ancient history here necessarily, but there's some stuff from decades past in there. So we'll give a little dice a roll on this, the day of an Immaculate Conception. Maybe not the one you know, but certainly one you're familiar with, and see what comes up. Ooh, that's the double noughts, which is a 10, of course, on the line, and that would be number 8 on my list. Oh, we're doing a lot of small numbers today, aren't we? That is, well, I suppose it is time to pray, isn't it? Be back in a minute. Appropriate, I suppose, that we started today getting very spiritual and holy and religious, and now we're going to hit the real prayer shit. Oh yeah, it's the Beatles. It's actually the only Beatles album that I own, as of yet, because, well, there are a number of reasons. Number one, I like this album quite a bit, but problem is when you're buying CDs as a, I won't say collector, but as someone who likes them, right? Because I do, I quite enjoy them. Generally, in a lot of places that still sell CDs, the Beatles will be about double the price of anything else, which means that if you're going to pick up one of these, it better be one that you really, really like. And Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, yeah, there they are. You can't beat that cover. It's a classic. Look at all those people. I don't know half of them. They're actually cardboard cutouts, I believe. It was a behind the scenes documentary I watched once. Yeah, obviously those four aren't there. They're the four men. Now it's a very good album. I don't need to tell you that. It's Sergeant Pepper's. Of course, it's a good album. But as for what song to recommend from it, okay, listen. Anything except Within You Without You is good. Anything off of this. Genuinely, just go for any song off of this. You'll be fine. As for me, what I would like to recommend, it's gonna have to be A Day in the Life. To be honest with you, it's gonna have to be A Day in the Life. It was the one that sold me on the album initially, and the other ones like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds and excuse me, um, when I'm 64, all those other classics are just cherries on top. I would go so far as to say that among them are some of my all-time favorites from the Beatles, at least. Uh, anyway, I really can't say anything about this album that hasn't been said 100,000 times before by people more qualified, other than it's good music, which is fucking pathetic, but it's good. It's good shit. Um, it's the Beatles. They made. Yeah, I don't need to fucking describe what the Beatles are. You know the Beatles. Jesus Christ. Here's the thing. I didn't expect to get this many like quality albums in a row. I'm fully expecting Avril Lavigne to just dominate the latter half of Advent now. You know, like where are the script? They're gonna just whoosh in and decimate these videos. But until that time, we will enjoy the quality tunes that we've come to expect while we can still expect them. Also, to talk briefly about the dice, it's pretty nice. It's nice to have a tens place D10. So I haven't got a complete set though. Ooh, what to do when I have a complete set? Well, I'll have to show them all off then. But that's for future days. It's day 8. I hope that your day is immaculate.